Hello guys, this is Mystic Jen of the future. Before we start and get into this video, if you like this type of reading, sometime this week I will have this reading available on my website. Very deep past life tarot reading. I'm going to have all my past life services up sometime within the next week. Hello my Mystic Tribe, welcome back to my channel. I am Mystic Jen, where I bring you daily updates and daily world news tarot readings. Now today we are going to have a very interesting topic. We are going to talk about the past life of Vladimir Putin. And while I'm thinking about it, I do want to thank everybody again for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. It means very much to me. I'm very truly grateful for all your positive energies and positive vibes that you bring forth to my channel. So let's kind of keep that rolling here. But I'm really curious if there's any indication that Vladimir Putin may have at one time walked this earth as Adolf Hitler. Okay, so grab your coffee, relax, and let's dig in. So I am going to start by cleansing my space. After last night's free readings, there's still some residual energy here. And just feels like I need to sage my area. Around my cards. Okay. There was a lot of residual energy. Okay, now we have cleansed our space and we can go ahead and dig into the reading. Now I do have, if you see me look over to the side, I do have some notes here about what I want to do with this past life reading. So, we're going to have Holy Spirit, angel spirits, and guides, ascended masters of the pure light, white light. Can you please shed some light on the past life of Vladimir Putin? And as I said, I'm going to lay out all the cards and then get into the reading. There. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my space. I know how my spread is, and I just gotta make sure I got enough room. Actually, it should be like this. There's 3 cards here. This. 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 Yeah, I missed a space. I need 2 more cards, Spirit. Okay, and then 3 cards below. Okay, here we go. Okay, what we have here is in the heart of the matter. Okay, what this is, okay, that's the turning point. Okay, so we're going over here. This card is who he was. Sometimes this reveals gender. It is coming up as the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is in here is telling me that he was somebody that had everything that he wanted. He loved money, power. It almost feels like he is the star of the show. But as a little twist on things, the past life that is coming up, I'm getting a female gender possibly. So this may not be Hitler's energy. It's connected to Hitler, I feel. This might be Ava. A little twist here. So this might be Ava's energy. I'm feeling that he was a female. And I'm getting another deck out here. Only because it is specifically for past life readings. It is an old deck that I've had in my collection for a long time. From Doreen Virtue. This is her past life cards. And I just kind of want to see if I could get a feel for this 9 of Cups. I do feel somebody very powerful in history. That could have been a woman. If not, it was somebody with a feminine energy. That could also be representing somebody in his life at the time. Okay. I'm definitely getting feminine energy. We got a female card on here. A female on this. Phobias. Okay. So, I'm getting this energy of he was definitely a female. So, this past life, when I was asking if this could possibly be Hitler, it's not referring, if he was, this is not referring to that past life. But there is definitely a feminine energy here. Okay, tell me more. Okay, use the other deck. Okay, Spirit. I wish, I think I have my decks lined up. And then Spirit pulls a whammy and says, nope, you got to pull this deck. Right in the middle of a reading. Don't you? I just love that. Okay, I want clarifiers on this 9 of Cups. This seems like a woman that has everything she wants in life. And not wanting for anything. Wish fulfillment. Definitely living a good life. Very happy. Tell me more about this, please, Spirit. But then ended up left out in the cold. There is a loss here. This is the Five of Pentacles. A loss of money. So this is somebody, she either went from rags to riches. Okay, thank you, Spirit. This is somebody that went from rags to riches. Okay, and we have the King of Pentacles. So, I feel as though this is we're dealing with a woman here, a feminine energy, who went from rags, not having jack shit, being very poor, to meeting a man of power, of stature, meeting a man who had money. So she married into money, or Putin married into money. I'm going to say she, because I feel very strongly he was a feminine energy. Okay? And moving on. Next we have his family situation. Okay. We have the Ten of Swords. A lot of backstabbing within Putin's family. A lot of betrayal. Lies, deception. Ten of Cups and Judgment. Okay, what I'm feeling very strongly here is that she was betrayed by a family member. And there was this happy life. But the happy life came to a tragic end. May have been through death. There may have been a premature death. We will dig into this a little bit further. But I'm getting this sense of okay, now I see it. A lot of betrayal, a lot of backstabbing that was supposed to be a happy union here. That I feel like she may have been the one that was being judged. Okay, for betraying family. This could be other people's family, or this could be her own family. But I feel as though she married into money, but I'm not seeing the love there. The love, the happy family was on the surface, but there was a lot of betrayal going on in the background, behind the scenes. And then the next thing is her personality. This is what's interesting. Okay, Queen of Cups. This is very, very interesting. Now, she may have been the one that was betrayed, or she did the betraying. She may even have been killed by somebody that she loved dearly. We are definitely going to dig deeper. But getting the surface energies right now. Her personality is coming across as a Queen of Cups. She may have been a water sign. But she's coming across as somebody very patient, very nurturing, very loving. She was very intuitive. She gave her all to something. She gave her heart. She loved humanity. How fucking ironic. And in this card, the figure is holding out a cup. Here's my cup. Here's my cup of love. I get the sense that she had this thing about, she wore her heart on her sleeve. Okay? She may have been somebody who was out there trying to help her fellow people. I'm almost getting medicine. Okay? Okay, and we also have the Devil card with the Eight of Wands. She was imprisoned for something. This is getting very interesting. But she was somebody who really wanted to get out there and help people, but she feels like her hands were tied. She was in, like I said, on the surface it looked like this happy union, this happy family, but underneath it was quite toxic. She received a lot of criticism, a lot of judgment from the man that she married. And again, let me remind you, she is actually Putin, because Putin was a female. There's so much feminine energy here, it's not even funny. And there's this sense of she may have died for the sake of love. Died out of love. There seems to be this codependency about her. She was under somebody's spell. And bound. She was bound to life to this person. There was no divorce. Divorce was definitely not an option here. But this is really a toxic connection. Yeah, she was trapped in her own head. She was believing lies. Oh, okay, Spirit said that, you know, she was codependent. She was tied to this man that she was with. But at the same time, she was willing to do evil deeds for him. Almost like her doing his dirty work. She was his pawn. She was his minion. Very moldable, very easily influenced. Because she truly loved this man. For her, it was not about this man's money. Even though she did go from rags to riches. This was more about her being in love and him taking advantage of that. And using her as a pawn to do his evil deeds. This could have been a world leader. A world leader that many people followed and trusted. At least at first. But we're not reading about him. We're reading about her. And her part. But she kind of felt trapped and no way out. That she had to go along. But underneath the surface, she was this very loving, very nurturing. And I'm hearing naive. Okay? And then, what we come up upon is a turning point. You know, this is the cross. This is the turning point in this past life. What do we have? We have the Page of Cups. There might have been a child involved that was kept secret with the Four of Cups. Very guarded. Very hidden, I feel. Or Four of Pentacles, rather. The turning point was... Okay. War was a turning point. I'm being drawn to the aircraft. War was a turning point in this past life. Where she found herself having to save and scrape. But she was really trying to hold on to her family, to her relationships, despite how toxic it was. I feel it was toxic, but she didn't realize it was toxic. Because she had it. She had the money. She was well taken care of. There was money in the bank. But I feel a child was a turning point in this past life. Okay. I do want to draw cards on this for clarification. Strength card. Courage. This could also have been a new beginning in love. Oh, walking away. Okay. Okay. I do feel there was a child. But also with this being very well guarded, she may have been communicating with somebody else secretly. But there seems to be having the courage and strength to leave the connection, to leave this behind. Going on some kind of journey. This could be a spiritual journey as well. I feel there was a turning point where she was walking away from this man, giving up the money and the luxuries, and it took a lot of courage for her to do this. You know, this feels like it feels like Jekyll and Hyde. You know, in one life, Putin was this hurt soul, this loving energy that was a minion that had to obey this man's orders. And in this life, the table is flipped. It's everybody having to obey his orders. Very, very interesting. And the response to this turning point in her life, being faced with maybe having to leave or walk away, this man might even have been sending her away, is we got Eight of Cups energy again. She walked away from a connection. I don't know who this is. I'm not even feeling like this was Ava, because history knows that Ava died by suicide, murder-suicide. But definitely a place in power. She was controlled by this man, but we got the Eight of Cups twice. It feels like she walked away. She left. Emperor energy. Taking control. Maybe even moving into power herself. I get strong Leo and strong Aries in this reading. But what she left for a reason. I feel like he forced her away because this is Emperor energy. And I feel that maybe the man she married, the narcissist, may have sent her away. Six of Pentacles. She may... Oh, okay. She may have been a mistress. And he was giving her money. And he gave her money to be quiet, to be silent, to go away. I need to do some research online. I'm curious. Or some of you over in Europe may know the history. We know that Adolf Hitler had Ava, the love of his life. Did he have another mistress besides Ava? If not, then this is definitely not connected to Hitler at all. They're showing me that, you know, I never really refer to him as married, or I said married into money, but it's a higher level of commitment. He may not have married this woman, or this man may not have married Putin, married her. She may have been a mistress. Because we do have the devil energy here, which is deception, being deceiving. She may even have been deceived, but she felt bound to him. She couldn't get away from him. But he had her mind mentally twisted. And the devil card is in the shadows. I feel very much that she was a mistress, not the main woman. Okay? And we have this energy of the turning point was when she walked away in this past life. She may have been a beggar, because over here we do have Five of Pentacles energy. So she may have went from rags to riches back to rags. We have Six of Pentacles here as well. I want to get another card on this. Hanged Man. Yeah, her life was suspended. You know, she walked away and everything was put on hold. She couldn't really move. She saw things in another perspective and a different viewpoint. She had some kind of awakening over the life that she was living. And she may have made the conscious decision to take control and leave. He may not have sent her away, or he may have told her she had to back off, back into the shadows, and just kind of feeding her money to keep her quiet. But moving on, I want to move on and see what these other energies are. Okay. The life lesson that she learned in this lifetime was supposed to be about giving and taking, even give and take, with the Six of Pentacles. She had to learn what it was like to live on both sides of the fence, having and not having. She had to learn what it was like to be the beggar and also the person to give. And she fell into this energy of the devil. And we had the Four of Pentacles here somewhere. Stingy, guarded, always in the turning point. Where she was like very stingy, not giving. Because she got really, this man really got into her head. And turned her into a person that she didn't even know. And she had to learn, but she was supposed to learn how to take her past experience in that life of not having, and then when she did have, her lesson was supposed to give generously, helping the poor. Helping the poor. Okay. Now, get the clarifiers on this Six of Pentacles, please, on her life lesson. We have the Chariot and we have the Page of Pentacles. I feel as though she had learned what it was like to live on both sides of the track. But she made a contract with her soul. Her soul made a soul contract as to, I'm not going to live this life again. I am not going to be poor again. I'm not going to be manipulated. So I get this energy of choosing the direction in her next life. The owls in here are reminding me of Spirit. When she left and went back into the spirit world, before she incarnated on this earth as Putin, as Vladimir Putin, she had her mind made up that she was going to be a commander, that she was going to be in charge, she was going to lead armies, she was going to be in control, she was going to be successful. And how does this influence the present life that Vladimir Putin is in? Now we move into the present life with this last card over here. As in, you know, the Five of Pentacles. Challenges, conflicts. It's influenced this current life because there is being left out in the cold. I'm not sure where my camera shut off, but this is being left out in the cold, not having. Somebody comment below whether Vladimir Putin started this life out as not having anything in a poor family. I'm curious to know if he was in a poor family, if he was raised in a poor family. Kind of like reliving this past life, but the opposite side of the fence. But the opposite. He is the male, masculine, the narcissist this time, not that loving energy. Okay? That I feel that this past life was difficult for him. Suffered a lot of betrayals, a lot of deception, and Knight of Swords made him reckless. This past life made him reckless, made him power hungry with this Knight of Swords. Very focused, very battle ready. Wants to be a conqueror. Meanwhile, he's that conqueror, but everybody else, you know, his country people are poor. Nine of Wands. Living a life under guard. Not really having the freedom to move about the countryside because there's a bounty on his head. The Nine is also somebody who is the lone wolf, who is very fiery, passionate about his cause, but very much in solitude. Wow. And this past life, he kind of, when he was this female, she kind of led a life of solitude in a way. She had to stay in the shadows. She wasn't this man's main person. She did a lot of sacrificing for that connection, to the point of actually doing dirty deeds for this man. This life, the table's flipped. The table's totally flipped. Now, we're going to go ahead and look at how is Putin honoring this past life. He's not. Okay? He's not honoring it. You know, he did not want to accept that life lesson. He did not want to live in poverty at all, ever in this life, in this current life. So he's not honoring it. He's like not, his soul is not acknowledging it. This is a past life he wishes he can erase. So I'm definitely not feeling this connection with Hitler. However, I do feel like Hitler is an idol of his. It's like he so wants to be Hitler. Okay, the reason why I was connecting him to Hitler, of being Hitler reincarnated, because the current life, Putin, believes he is Hitler reincarnated, but he's not. He's not accepting the fact that he was a woman, an oppressed woman, who would do anything for love, who allowed a man to change her. He's not accepting that. That is, his soul is like wanting to trash that past life and all the lessons and everything that he/she went through. And he's like in total denial that that life ever even existed. In his mind, he was Hitler. Six of Wands. Six of Wands is being honored, being in the spotlight, almost egotistical. I'm getting a very much an ego about this. Okay? Sixes are about communication. They're about community. They're about harmony and healing. And he is up front and center in the community, in the world right now. That's where he likes to be. He likes to be the center of attention. There's ego about this. He is the center of attention because he could not be in this past life. He had to stay in the shadows. He had to stay hidden. Very, very interesting read. Not at all what I expected. Not at all. I was expecting to see Hitler all over this. Nine of Pentacles. Very wealthy. Very independent. All about self. A lot of selfishness here. So I would say he is not honoring that. The only thing about this past life that he will honor is the fact that was able to, she walked away from something that was not meant for her and went on her own and found her independence. Wow. Okay, moving forward. The next thing is, what wisdom from this past life did he bring into this life? The Magician. Being very resourceful. A mastermind. And manipulator. Because, if anything, she learned from a past life how to manipulate people because of the manipulator that she was the mistress of. He learned to be the master of illusions. And I want to say that in this past life she was hung. I feel like she was hung for something. She may have, they're telling me that she blew the whistle on her affair and she got hung for it. Lovers. Same scenario, tables flipped. He has a mistress. He's that master manipulator and he learned, okay, I was a mistress. Now I'm going to have one. I'm going to be in charge. I'm going to be in control. And he is controlling that mistress the way he was controlled in that past life. Tower. Explosive energy. Hot-tempered. Blowing shit up. Now, I feel his next life, tables are going to flip again and say, hey, you haven't learned your lesson yet. It's like Putin's soul. Yes, believe it or not, he may be evil, but he has a soul. Okay? His soul refuses to learn this lesson. This is the second time around. And he is fucking blowing it. Damn, Spirit's talking this explosion. He is blowing it and he's going to fall. Okay. Finally, the snapshot of this current lifetime is the fucking Empress. You know, I almost feel Empress in reverse energy. Oh, fucking Mother Russia. Damn! There it is. Mother Russia. Russia is Putin. Putin is Russia. Okay? That is the snapshot of this lifetime. The summary. Okay? And he's in control. He's in charge. 3 of Wands energy. You know, Mother Russia, seeing his future, planning for the future of his country, and very secretive. And we also have the Sun card. You notice the sunflowers? Ukraine. Starting with Ukraine. So the snapshot of this lifetime is, he's the Empress. He's the one that's in charge. This is that feminine from the past life embodied in a male life. In a male body. Came back as a male as Vladimir Putin. Has this vision for the future that he hides and he lies about. And his vision is very clouded and very delusional about reuniting the Soviet Union. Excuse me. Damn. Okay? Wow. Wow. So I want to connect to his soul. How did Putin die in this past life? How did he die in this past life? We have the Page of Wands. Something fiery. Okay, started out with a message. I want to get this deck. Three of Cups. Third party energy. A group of people. Oh, there's a group of people that were celebrating her death. Group of people. Oh, okay. Eight of Swords. He was captured. She was captured. She may have been shot. I thought maybe possibly hung. Or this could be being tied up and bound. But with this Eight of Wands energy, this is something coming towards her. She may have been tied up, almost like hung. Hangman. Okay, Hangman energy. I want a confirmation on how she died. I thought maybe she could have been hung. But now I'm thinking the hung energy is coming up as being bound. So almost like hanging, but being bound, maybe tied to a pole. Her feet may have been off the ground, hanging. But it started out with her being captured. And I feel like she was shot. Firing squad, multiple shots. So that's kind of where that energy of how Putin kills everybody that crosses him. Because in this past life, she was killed for crossing the Emperor. The King of Pentacles, the one that was in charge with the money. Very interesting read. I'm going to get a few more cards from the Past Life Oracle. I may even dig into, maybe, if I'm kind of being called to the Dark Oracle, the Dark Mirror. Vows. Food and hunger. This is kind of reinstating what had happened. Was hungry. Got into a commitment with this man. Made a pledge. Pledged her loyalty to him. And she immediately, all her needs were taken care of. She had all the money she wanted. But she also vowed never to return there. She never wanted to relive that again. Trust and faith. She lacks trust. She lacks faith. See, yeah, finances. She was very faithful to this man. But she betrayed his trust. That's where this Ten of Swords energy comes in. She betrayed this man's trust. You know, I said there was a betrayal in the family. And, you know, I kind of went back and forth. Who did the betraying? She did. She betrayed him after she left him. And she paid the price with her life. She went back, lost all the money, went back to begging, went back to being out in the cold. But the biggest loss of all, she lost her life. She was put to death over it. So in this life, Putin puts people to death who betray him. So there is a correlation here. And this was a life that wasn't that long ago. I think I was on the money when I said this person, his soul, when it left this world, was not going to wait, no, like 75 or 100 years before coming back. 40, 50 years, maybe. Maybe not. I'm feeling more like 10. This could have happened. I feel very much like, because with the guns and cannons going off and stuff like that, I'm feeling very much like one of the world wars. Either World War I or World War II. Might have been one. They're telling me one. Okay. World War I. So this was not associated with Hitler, this particular life. Putin wanted to come back very quickly, but had some planning to do. Because Putin wanted to make sure he did not repeat this previous life. But actually he is, but the tables are turned. Forgetting oneself. There we go. Putin is forgetting who he was, forgetting his soul path. He forgot his soul path. He forgot about the lessons. This is going right along with that idea of this Four of Cups. Not acknowledging the lessons of this past life. Not even acknowledging that past life at all. His soul is like wanting to erase it completely. Number 17 is the Star card in the tarot. And I'm hearing the soul path. He's left his path, his calling, his soul path. Wow. But that's what I have for you guys. I mean, this is totally mind-blowing to me. Never expected this reading. I was expecting to see Hitler and, you know, the Nazis and all that. None of that. He had a very difficult past life, and he was vowed not to repeat it, and he doesn't even want to remember it. Anyhow, that's it for now. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, share, and comment. And, folks, I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Namaste.